has a bone to pick with Quakes Stacy Blitch.
Stacy, I'm gonna hit you so hard, your mom's gonna feel it.
Blitch stole the roller derby queen title from Loden by a hair. Plus, Denise's ex is now Stacy's man.
Stacy's just Sean's blow-up doll. She's fake and she has no brains.
Sean loves me because I'm a real woman, not a controlling bitch.
But all is fair in love and war. The Riot continue their crusade of chaos, and it's the mentally questionable Sean Atkinson who holds the fate of the Quakes. Last game, the yak attack snapped, and his doctors fear a relapse.
Oh, the doctors don't want me to skate. They're afraid I'm gonna hurt somebody. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna kill you, Richard and Ray.
The Riot and Quakes next on Roller Jam. Universal Studios in beautiful Orlando, Florida. We're very happy that you're with us tonight for Roller Jam from Roller Jam Arena here in Orlando tonight. What a matchup it's going to be. The California Quakes and the Illinois Riot. I'm Rory Marcus along with Lee Hawk Rearman. And tonight, Sean Atkinson will be on the track, even though his sports psychiatrist has advised him not to skate, Hawk. After this kiss from Denise Loden to Mark Webber, I don't think Atkinson was in any kind of a frame of mind to play a game. But he'll try and come back tonight and do it.
Well, we talked about the matchup between the Quakes and the Riot, but this poor Sean Atkinson guy, he's fighting these demons we were talking about. He's fighting, I guess, this new doctor, Dr. Scott. He's going to be fighting his ex-girlfriend, Denise Loden, out there. He's probably fighting his current girlfriend, Stacy Blitch. And all that, he still has to fight against Ray Robles and the king, little Richard Brown of the Illinois Riot.
I don't know about you, but I like it when he hits himself on the head with a bench. All right, they're about ready to come out on the track. Let's get to the action. And here come the California Quakes women. That means, of course, the Bod Squad. Looks like Stacy Blitch has a new hat for this game.
Well, maybe that's a padded hat. She's, of course, dating Sean Atkinson. Maybe it's padded because he's taught her to punch herself in the head like he does.
She's going to try and keep him from doing that tonight. But I guess so far it's not going to work. You know, Atkinson's skating against Dr. Scott's advice. We'll have to keep an eye on him.
I think she ought to give him the hat if it truly is padded.
Atkinson looks like he's in a good mood, but that might change real soon as he sees this. Denise Loden coming on the track for the Riot.
I said padded once, I'll say it again. I like that pad we just saw right there, my friend.
She's not only driving you nuts, but trying to make Atkinson even crazier than he already is. And there is King Richard Brown. Brown and Robles won't worry about Sean's mental state. They'll just try and knock him out physically, and they might be able to do it. They've been awfully tough on the opponents this season. Field with Denise Loden.
All right, thank you, Rory. Denise Loden, the last time we saw you out here, you weren't skating, but you kissed Mark Webber.
Are you still on that, Danny? Get off it already. It's old news, okay?
Well, that's what triggered Sean's psychoness to come back. When you kissed him, you triggered the whole reaction. He went crazy again. I think we blame you, Denise.
You know what, Danny? It's his new hooch that's triggering his psychoness. And you want to know what Sean Atkinson told me the other night when he called me when he's supposed to be with Stacy? He told me Stacy's fine from behind, but she needs a checkup from the neck up.
Oh, no! Back to you, Rory and Hawk.
Little Richard, or King Richard, calls her his queen. I think some people might want to wash the queen's mouth out with soap, but you can never argue the ability to play the game by Denise Loden. And Stacy Blitch, nobody would argue that she can play the game either. She's the leader, and she's very physical.
The first period about to get underway, right?
Well, speaking of fine, behind, neck, and up, I'd say we're right where we belong there, my good friend.
What I love about you, Hawk, always willing to take the high road. And there goes Stacy Blitch. She's happy because she just knocked Loden down. This is a little rivalry. You know, I've heard of guys calling their ex before, but not to complain about the current one. If Denise is indeed telling the truth, who knows in this love triangle. Millie Guthrie gets back there, and Stacy Blitch is going to have to get by her if she wants to get any points. Guthrie grabs her, knocks her helmet off. Denise Loden just waiting. Just waiting.
Oh, no.
Back attack. They both learned it from Sean. Doesn't feel very good, does it, Stacy?
Oh, what's she doing? She's got the psychedelic fun package on again. Well, Stacy had drawn first blood at the top of the jam. Well, once around and how things change. They talked about knife from behind. Stacy Blitch is nursing a knife from behind. And here we got the psychedelic fun package. Little shake and bake.
Wonder where she learned that particular dance.
Little Richard.
1-0. She did get a point. That's a hard-earned point for Stacy Blitch. Millie Guthrie was blocking last time, now has the Jammer's helmet on, and there she goes. Loden gets out. Oh, Loden's grabbed a hold of Stacy's hair and threw her into the rail with it. Boy, Denise Loden, when she came to this team, the Illinois Riot, it was like she just got her get-out-of-jail-free card and then used it just in time to get all the moves out, take all her frustrations out.
Well, and Kenneth Logue, I think, was to put her right back in jail, Rory.
Stacy Blitch keeping her mind on business for the moment, and the business is blocking the Jammer, Millie Guthrie. Now Loden gets back there. Loden and Blitch are just going to go at each other all night. You know that. Denise has her again. Denise has her around the neck. Where's she going with her? She's skating around the track. Man! It was a target. Richard Brown held up the bench, and Sean Atkinson going nuts after Brown.
Well, he's taking up for his girlfriend, Current.
Stacy's having a very forgettable first period. She's going to be helped up now, and I'll tell you what, if this move looks familiar, it should, because that's what Stacy did to Denise to win the roller derby queen match race. It's been a bad first period for Stacy Blitch. We're tied at 1. Tied up at 1 early in the game here in the first period. And the jam begins. The Jammers are in the back of the pack wearing the black helmets. They try and work their way along the high part of the track. Amy Craig's trying to bust out of there. Now she does. Jennifer Matthews is in front to give her a whip. And streaking out after her right now is number 53, Millie Guthrie, who's been involved in just about every play here so far. Guthrie and Amy Craig. Guthrie grabs Craig around the neck and just spins her down to the track. And with a little grin on her face, continues to skate on toward the pack. Let's see what Loden and Blitch can do to each other now. Oh, whoa! Denise Loden, she didn't do it to Stacy Blitch. She doesn't really care who she does it to. She is on fire tonight.
I don't know who she learned that dance from. Maybe she had an audition for Boogie Nights, because that's probably where she lifted that outfit from, Denise Loden. But Stacy Blitch came out of the first jam, and I think she just made Denise Loden mad, and you don't want to make Denise Loden mad. You want to see her dance, but you don't want to make her mad. And I guess when she gets mad, she can really dance. Watch this, Rory. 1, 2, 3, you go, girl. It's your birthday, it's your birthday. Wow.
Boogie Nights, she could have been roller girl, huh?
She's the queen.
3-1 is the score. That was Brooke Sunderman and Jenny Matthews that went down that time. And Loden's just been a one-woman wrecking crew, and now she's going to jam against Conomac. Jamie Conomac of the Bod Squad gets out there, and Loden's just working her over with that right elbow. Stacy
yeah, payback's a Blitz.
just got a little revenge. Sending Loden into the rail. Now Conomac will catch up on the jam. Jamie, a cheerleader in high school and right into roller jam. How about that? Denise Loden and Stacy Blitch are working on each other back there. And I mean, oh, here comes payback. You talk about payback. Stacy Blitch just sent Loden into the bench.
How do you like that? I loved it. Well, the Bod Squad might have needed a wake-up call, and they got it. And at the tail end, the Bod Squad teamed up to take Denise Loden head first into one of our roller jam sides. Don't hurt the roller jam girl, please, but look at the intensity in the face of Stacy Blitz. Denise Loden had said she looks fine from behind, but from the neck up, she needs a checkup. Well, these guys have been taking the anatomy charts of each other and ripping them to shreds so far, and we're not even through the first period.
You know, she said, Sean Atkinson said that. He's been getting a lot of checkups from the neck up lately, and none of them have taken. This is the final jam of the first period. Amy Craig and Jenny Matthews trying to dispose of Crystal Schneider in the red of the Riot, and they do so. A little congratulations between the two of them. Amy Craig, number 24. Jennifer Matthews, number 25. Looking to pick up some points. And Denise Loden, who's been involved in every single play in this first period, falls down. She missed the block entirely. The Quakes get 2 points, and can they get some more? 10 seconds of jam time left. Loden jumps up and catches from behind. Still doing her job as a blocker, even though she's been passed for a point by both of them. That's the end of the jam. And here goes Blitz and Loden. It's not the end of their battle, I guarantee you.
That's it, break, break. Knock it off, knock it off. Knock it off, break, break, break.
I don't know, Rory, you called that a fight. It looked like there was an explosion at the paint factory when those two were laying on top of each other.
That may be how it looked, but things have to look pretty bad to Sean Atkinson right now. Never let your current girlfriend and your former girlfriend skate against one another. Sean, you should know that already. He'll be out here to skate the second period against the King, Richard Brown, and the Illinois Riot. The score right now tied up at 3. Don't go away. The men will be on the track next. And the King just blew in. He's with Broadway Danny Wolf.
That's right, King Richard Brown. You guys are like undefeated.
Hold on. Hey, is this a drive-thru at Burger King? Hey, I'll take a cheeseburger, large Coke. Oh, wait, king size that for me, Daddy.
You found that funny?
No. That wasn't funny, I'm sorry. Let me ask you, I'm sorry for laughing. He's not himself lately, you know. You guys are undefeated with Denise Loden. Now you've got the Quakes and Sean Atkinson. You know he's not in the right frame of mind.
And that's why he's quaking in his skates. We are the best with Denise on my team, Miss Queen, and me, Mr. King. We won't be beat.
Good luck tonight, Richard.
And I done told you about wishing me good luck. I don't need your good luck, and if you do it again, I'm gonna smash you right in the face.
I'm sorry. Back to you, Rory and Huff.
Well, now that King Richard has established himself in every corner of his fiefdom, especially the one in which Danny Wolf occupies, he's got to go against Sean Atkinson. He's the king of California, perhaps. And I don't know, little Richard Brown always has his hands full with this young man. It's period 2. The men are coming right at you, people.
Tied up at 3, and the men out there for the first time. Second period's underway, and who goes to work right away? Number 57, Travis Wills. But staying right with him now is Tony Santiago of the California Quakes. Wills and Santiago. Wills tried to get him down with that right hand again. It didn't work.
He tried to headbutt him.
He did, but he's the one that went down. One of his sideburns fell off. Santiago now moves up to find the King waiting. And Atkinson just ripped Travis Wills. Brown, though, working on Santiago, and Atkinson doing the same to Wills. Look at Sean. He's his old self. He takes care of Wills. 15 seconds of jam time left, but the King doesn't want to be outdone. Atkinson, back attack coming up.
Oh, wow, so much for his therapy.
Travis' other sideburn just fell off.
Calm down, calm down. One red point.
There's Dr. Scott.
Well, Richard Brown took off the crowd, put on the blocker helmet, which is a little bit better look for him, I think, as with Sean Atkinson. I don't think that Santiago will think that's a very good look from top to bottom on that one. In the back attack, you talk about sideburns. I don't think Wills is worried about his sideburns. I think he's worried about the big burn marks down his rump after the back attack came to town.
Well, Richard Brown He'll have a chance to get back over there and order another Whopper so he can get another crown after this game. But right now he's stuck with the one he's got. And Mo Sanders goes out on the jam along with Andy Wallace. The Riot have 2 to the Quakes 1, and now all 3 of them are down. Who's going to get up first? Slopey jumps to his feet. Eric Slopey, you got to love the nerve of this kid.
And there's the white pony. He's got a cast on his head. He just went down with 2 other grown men. He gets up in a big game, and he still has time to show his stuff, Rory.
He absolutely does, and he's entered in the 6th at Gulfstream tomorrow, so you better watch those legs. And there he goes. Slopey's going to get some help from Atkinson, who takes down at least 1. Now 2. Slopey's able to get through there and get some points. He got 3.
I think this is a mind game being played by these Illinois Riot. We know that Sean Atkinson has had his mental problems well before he hired a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but Sean Atkinson looks like a Big Mac truck.
I don't see how you can say it's a mind game, Hawk. That would be unethical.
But Robles and little Richard Brown are just trying to make this up into a fist fight to get Sean Atkinson out of his game, out of his hat, and out of the care of his girlfriend and his psychiatrist. I think Stacy Bliss might be losing her marbles, Rory. Actually, she had to have lost her marbles a long time ago to be going out with Sean Atkinson anyway.
You think so, huh?
The guy beats himself on the head with benches.
Well, he enjoys it. All right, once again, the Riot with 2 jammers out. And this time it's Tom Smith for the Quakes. Smith against Mike Tanner and Travis Wills.
Well, that mind game just turned into a full-fledged fist fight. And a helmet fight. He's going for his knee.
Richard Brown's trying to cripple him. Atkinson's had a sore knee, and Richard Brown went right after it. And Atkinson, even though he's hurt, even though his knee's killing him, he'll get up. Don't you worry about that. They're going to have to take a look at Atkinson's knee as Robles and Brown just went right after him. They love to do this. Away from the plate, has nothing to do with the jam, and all of a sudden there's 2 guys ganging up on Sean Atkinson.
Well, they can start at his knee, go to his midsection where some punches were landing, go back to his back a little bit, and have Dr. Scott come look at his head. You lay this guy out, you better start from top to bottom and plan on spending the day.
They're working on Atkinson's knee. He says, what part of me isn't broken? It's a 6-6 tie at the moment. A double whip for Brian Krebs of the Quakes. Krebs is out there along with Andy Wallace. And Wallace now picks up the jam by himself. Rusty Montgomery goes back to block. And Big Rusty sets things up. Rusty rips that right arm in there again. I'll tell you, if it's not Atkinson, it's Rusty.
Oh, it's the Rusty nail.
Will he let well enough alone? I doubt it.
Let's go. Let's take it out. Get in the box, Montgomery. Get in there now.
Right to the back of the neck. The Quakes with a 6-5 lead as we near the end of the first half.
And Rusty Montgomery apparently has had some compassion for the ailing Sean Atkinson and may have stepped up his game a little bit. We've seen a much more aggressive, much more cooperative Rusty Montgomery the last couple of times out, Rory.
Mo Sanders is out there for the Illinois Riot. And with him goes Tony Santiago of the Quakes. The final jam of the first half. Sanders gave him a big shot, but it didn't knock him down. And now Santiago, who makes his home right here in Orlando, Florida. Trying to stay up, he can't do it. Mo Sanders got him. And Sanders from Tacoma, Washington. He used to work on a tugboat. And he sees a tugboat in front of him now in the person of Mr. Atkinson. Oh, the attack gets taken down by Richard Brown, who just got finished working over his knee. Look at Brown. He's proud of himself. 2 Riot points, 1 Quake point. Brown takes the mouthpiece out. He and Atkinson are yelling. Dr. Scott trying to keep Atkinson calm. And how can you stay calm when Robles comes up from behind you when you can't see him? We've reached halftime. We're tied at 7, and Atkinson's hurting. We'll be back in just a minute. Atkinson just crawled into the infield as we get to the end of the first half, and this game has been tough. We knew it would be because it's the Riot and the Quakes. It started out that way with Denise Loden going after Stacy Blitch right from the opening whistle.
Well, before the opening whistle, we set these two up to watch in their battle, and we could not have been more pleased with what ensued. Loden gets out, Blitch responds, but of course, don't forget about the men. King Richard with Robles going after the Ack attack. They put a hurting on him. He's mentally and physically unstable.
All right, now we want to tell you about something that's coming up very special in a couple of weeks. The All-Star Challenge. All of the best skaters in the league will be participating in this game, and we're going to find out more about it right now from Julie Lynch.
And we'll be there too.
Sean Atkinson and Mark D'Amato made a simple bet. Pick a team of all-stars, 5 guys and 3 girls, and play each other for $400,000. The teams have been chosen, and lucky me, I have to break the news. It's no surprise that D'Amato will take his protector, Big Nasty Tim Washington, and Mini Mark Rocky Bowman to show the others how D'Amato likes things done. Hot Dice Mark Webber and Jason McDaniel's style of play seems to work just fine. They'll add spice to the enforcer's bite. Ack Attack called in the king. Richard Brown and his loyal subject, Ray Robles, will counter with big hits, big mouths, and cheap shots. Homeboy Eric Slope Dog Slopey and Sundog Posse Shalene are cast to play Sean's point scorers. Rusty, you're not the only one Sean dissed. Atkinson's girlfriend, Stacy Blitch, and fellow bod squatter Jamie Conomack will be swapping makeup tips with the Golden Girl Lindsay Francis on D'Amato's team. Sean shunned the bod squad for teammate Amy Craig, big blocker Tink Miller, and none other than ex-fiancée Denise Loden. The teams are set. Sean, you may want to disappear.
Well, in baseball, the managers have to pick their reserves. That's a lot of pressure, but D'Amato and Atkinson have to pick every member of their team, and I don't know, I thought there were a couple of surprises.
Well, a big surprise was Sean Atkinson picked his former girlfriend Loden, not his current girlfriend Blitch, and he didn't pick Rusty Montgomery.
Well, Sean Atkinson's in no man's land right now, and Danny Wolf is standing right there with him. Take it, Danny.
Well, Sean, yes, I've got to ask you, the teams have been selected for the All-Star Challenge. Something very interesting. First of all, you didn't pick your current girlfriend, Stacy Blitch. She's on D'Amato's team, but you chose your ex-fiancée, Denise Loden.
The reason I chose Denise Loden right now is because she's playing like an all-star. And I need an all-star for the all-star team.
What's up with that?
I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot.
And wait, that's not it. Rusty Montgomery, your faithful teammate, he didn't get selected at all, but you select Richard and Ray, who you're skating against.
No, I didn't get selected at all.
The reason you didn't get selected, you see the plays like what just happened there? You weren't on my backside, brother, helping me.
Let me ask you something. What happened to left hand, right hand? You're the left hand, I'm the right hand. That's how it's always been.
Tell you what, the right arm got bit off by a shark, brother.
But I ain't got to hear this.
And Stacy, you are visibly pissed. How does he take his ex-fiancée over his current girlfriend?
He's a psycho, and she made him that way. She made him that way.
Well, Mark D'Amato picked you.
Hey, I picked the top jammer in the league, though, right here, Eric Slopey. What about that?
Oh, I don't think that makes Rusty Montgomery too happy either.
Yeah.
Not too many people happy right now in Ackville. Let's go back to you, Rory and Hawk.
I think Stacy Blitch was downright hurt by that announcement. This is her in happier times. She'll be skating the third period against the sultry Denise Loden. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. We're tied at 7. Arena, and I'll tell you, it was an interesting halftime, wasn't it? A fire is lit under Rusty Montgomery and Stacy Blitch, and they're mad at Atkinson, their captain. Who's not mad at Atkinson?
Well, I don't think she's mad at anybody. I know I'm not mad at her. And Rusty Montgomery was talking about his right hand and his left hand. Well,
Watch it.
Every kid at home, we're the only adults who encourage you to watch Roller Jam with your hands in your pants.
Oh, man. Once again, Hawk always willing to take the high road. Out there for the jam now for the California Quakes, we have Amy Craig. Well, we did have Amy Craig, but she's been knocked down and taken out of there by Millie Guthrie. And Millie Guthrie, as she reaches back to the pack, she gets to Denise Loden, who's going to try and help her through. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, say anything you want about Loden, but she is playing an inspired game. Atkinson's right. She's been a tremendous all-star in this league lately. And she's just leading Guthrie through. Every time she does, it's another point. Just follow me. And Guthrie did it. She just got right behind Loden and said, all right, let's go. Denise did it again. 5 points for the Illinois Riot there, making it 12-7.
And Millie Guthrie picking right up for the injured Debbie Rice, following the lead of Denise Loden. But Sean Atkinson called her an all-star, say she's playing like an all-star player. Well, she took it, did Denise Loden, right to the girlfriend he didn't choose. It's going to be tough to be in their neighborhood tonight. But Denise Loden, you're absolutely right, Rory. So is Sean Atkinson. He may be crazy, but he knows talent when he sees it.
I wonder if a reunion is in the works. Who knows? 12-7 is the score. The Illinois Riot have the lead. And on the jam right now, that's Heather Sunderman for the California Quakes, and she's out there against Norma Marshall of the Illinois Riot. And Marshall, who's from Aurora, Colorado. I think she's the only Colorado skater in the league. But she leads this jam now out there with Heather Sunderman. 12-7, the Riot leading this game. Sunderman trying to knock Marshall up into the rails. Who did it? The pack is down. Whoa! Sunderman. Heather Sunderman calls it off. That looked like a page from Jason McDaniel's playbook, and the Quakes congratulate her. Look at that.
Let's go.
All of a sudden, the team looks together. Whoops. Blitz is down, and guess who did it?
Denise Loden continuing her wrath and terror on the Bod Squad and the rest.
Now.
Loden just sneaks up behind Blitz, grabs her hair, and yanks her down. How about that? And quite proud of herself as well.
She really has that dance move down, Rory. She's been working.
Well, the crowd was chanting in the box, and she was just going right along with it. Look at Stacy, lost her contact lens. Good thing Slopey always has some solution with him when he skates. 12-11 is the score. The Riot leading the game. And now Brooke Sunderman gets out there. Well, sister to sister. Crystal Snyder jamming for the Illinois Riot. Both teams have 2 jammers out, and both of the Quake jammers are named Sunderman. They're against Guthrie and Schneider. Can the sisters do anything here? 25 seconds left in this jam. So far, neither team has been able to score any points. They won't score any that way. All 4 of them went down, and now they all scramble to their feet. 10 seconds left in the jam, and they're going to fight instead of jam. The Sunderman sisters.
I don't know what got into them. They must have gone home for a family reunion, and an old uncle must have really ticked them off.
Maybe mom cooked a bad meal tonight.
Heather Sunderman mixing it up with Crystal Schneider and her sister Brooke, the Brooke House. The Brooke House is a little more equipped to take some of this punishment.
Well, this will open up a lot of skating room for those that are left out there. And you know who the Quakes have? The Bod Squad. Those are their 3 skaters right here. Cindy Zimmerman, Stacy Blitch, and Jamie Konomak. Blitch jams with Loden. We've been waiting to see this. Denise Loden down there on the inside, and Stacy Blitch up near the rail. Loden's trying to knock her off her feet, couldn't do it.
And Roy, this is a replay of the Derby Queen match race. Blitz and Loden for all the marbles.
Remember how that ended up with a hair pull and a victory by Blitch. Now they get to the pack together. Loden goes low, Blitz tries to go high, and she does. They both got them all, and they're still going. With 20 seconds left in this jam, they have plenty of time to get around again.
She's got her by the pants.
She had to let go of the pants. You can't hold on to those pants very long.
Lord knows, I've been trying forever.
Stacy Blitch and Denise Loden putting on a show. Can they both get them all again? Oh, Blitz knocks Denise Loden down as they got to the pack, and she picks up the points.
Hold on. So 5 breaks.
Great move by Stacy Blitch at the end of that jam.
And then down the stretch, Stacy Blitz just had a little bit more at the end, but these two are battlers. They are just the titans for their respective units, and it's just great to watch them perform like that. But you have to ask what is going through the mind of Sean Atkinson. He may be like leaning toward his ex-girlfriend, Rory.
Well, he's had a chance to watch them both perform, and maybe he's narrowed it down. 19-17. Whoa! Logan gets some early revenge on Stacy Blitch in this last jam of the third period, and Stacy gets up holding on to her side. That would hurt. The jammer is Millie Guthrie, and she gets a chance to just skate out on her own now and try and score the points that could bring the Riot even. You can see Guthrie as she looks ahead of her and sees her teammate Denise Loden. It looks like a pull-away. The Quakes are trying to get a pull-away going. See if Guthrie can catch him. In the back of the pack, Loden's working her way through and picking them off one by one.
And watch for Denise Loden. The way a pull-away is effective is if your rear blocker can muscle down all the jammers.
Well, they're not muscling down anybody. Oh, look out, Stacy Blitch. Loden sent her out head first. Oh, she fell. That's where the fire comes from, the pyrotechnics. Stacy Blitch fell into that metal framing. And then dropped even farther below that. And Loden just stands there with her hands on her hips. Stacy Blitch might be hurt. Do you think she cares? Look at Atkinson. Look at this. Just nowhere to go for Stacy Blitch. No help at all. Oh, right into the metal she went. You know that had to hurt, and I mean hurt bad. This guy has a lot on his mind. Sean Atkinson dealing with two females tonight. As for the Riot, they can focus in on the game. That means Payne, Robles, and Brown will try and take Sean and the Quakes out. That's coming up. All worse than what Stacy Blitch just took in a long, long time. And you know who did it to her? Denise Loden. Keep your eye on her, Danny. She's tough.
Very tough, Rory. You're right indeed. And Denise, what we just saw you do to Stacy Blitch was without a doubt one of the cheapest shots in the history of the World Skating League. They agree.
You know what, Danny? It was a cheap shot to a cheap girl. So what do you expect?
Oh, come on, Denise. Back to you, Rory and Hoff. Come on.
There's somebody with the usual sour expression on his face. Kenneth Logue, league general manager, coach of the Sun Dogs, whatever.
Yeah, I do so. Come on, bring it over. Bring it over.
Well, Denise Loden goes from her pricing strategy to mixing it up with the psychologist. I don't know if the psychiatrist is still part of the Sean Atkinson mental stability team, but he's still hanging around, Rory.
He'd like to be, but he has said, Sean doesn't listen to me anymore. I think Sean, for the good of the team, stopped listening to him. But what kind of an effect will it have on him personally in the long run? Top jammer in the league, Atkinson anointed him. Eric Slopey gets out there. He's going to be in that All-Star Challenge in a couple of weeks, and I think he deserves it. Slopey. Oh! Atkinson says, come on, Eric, I got something for those guys chasing you. And now Slopey spins around Robles. That was a great move. He goes by the entire pack. One red. Slopey snags 3 points. The Riot picked up 1.
Slopey takes the low road. Atkinson takes the high road. Superman, he's got an S on his chest. He's got an S on his butt. He's got letters everywhere. And he's got a lot of luggage in his hat. But the guy gets it done, Rory.
How do you know he has an S on his butt?
Because Stacy Blitch told me.
Oh, okay. 23-22, the Riot leading this game by 1 here in the final period. And Slopey's out again. No, he's not. That's number 26, Santiago, number 27, Tom Smith. And now they have this jam to themselves. Little Richard Brown, the king of the world in his own estimation, if he does say so himself, is back there to block. And this is his world, the bank track. Brown's tough to get around anywhere, let alone here. And Brown is stopping 2 jammers all by himself. That's experience and that's skill. That's a veteran. Oh, look out. Look out, Richard. Look out, Richard. Look out.
Oh, no.
It's the bench for Richard. Look at Dr. Scott. You think he's feeling good about the therapy right now?
Oh, I don't think little Richard Brown is feeling good about that kind of therapy.
Robles wants some. There goes Dr. Scott on the run. Robles, look out, Ray!
He's lost it, Ray. He's lost it. It's over.
Atkinson's going completely insane. Look at him go through the infield. Look at him pick up the chair. They can't stop this man. Now the other bench. He's lost it. He's lost it.
This is tough to watch. It's all broken loose. We need a wide shot to watch Sean Atkinson create carnage.
I don't know if we can get this game back together, but we'll try. And we'll try to get Atkinson back together. Don't go away. It's a lift in a downward motion. That's Kenneth Logue.
Looks like a bass I caught once. That face needs a hook in it.
23-22, the Riot leading the game. Atkinson is in the penalty box. Let's hope he can cool down and collect himself.
Well, he's sitting. Before he sat down, he had to remodel it. He had to put it back together.
They ought to nail those benches down. That would take away some of that. Right now we have the jam going on, though, and that's number 53 for the Illinois Riot, Andy Wallace. And Andy looking to pick up some points here. We got a game to complete, don't forget. Just a couple of jams left. Probably time for this one and maybe one more. Ray Robles is going to try and send his jammer through, and Ray does so. He made a great block right there to knock down two at one time. That let Wallace get through, and Wallace calls it off. Robles isn't done. He gets knocked down from behind by Rusty Montgomery.
He takes out the double block. Actually, he didn't even need the fact that Atkinson was in the penalty box, because he can go against Chad Vaughn and Rusty Montgomery all himself. And number 53, Andy Wallace, scores some points. And it's a tie ball game, Rory. It's going to go down to the buzzer. Atkinson's out of the penalty box. Who's going to win it?
We're about to find out, because we're tied up at 23. What does Atkinson have in mind? What is the king, little Richard Brown, planning for this last jam? You know they usually save the best for last. The Riot managed to get both of their jammers out, and the Quakes only got one. The one is Slopey. Will he be able to handle these guys? He sure will. What a tremendous move. A little gypsy doodle sent him down to the lower side of the track, and now he's out there alone in a tie game. Can Slopey win this thing?
And there's no jammer out for the Riot.
Nobody. The Riot almost having to play for a tie right now. And it's not only Slopey, but it's Santiago against Brown and Robles. 16 seconds left. Atkinson takes out Robles! And Slopey and Santiago go through and score the game-winning points. Atkinson.
He's not done.
Whatever he has in his brain, it just snapped. He's lost it.
No, Sean Atkinson, don't do it to yourself.
The game's over, baby. The game's over, Sean. He threw the referee down. He's pulling his pads off. He's after Corbin now. Montgomery's trying to settle him down. They're not the best of friends.
You're out of here!
Oh,
He bit him.
Are you nuts? Are you losing it? Are you okay?
Get off me.
this is Mike Tyson all over again.
He bit Rusty Montgomery, Rory.
He's mad. He's what teammate?
Remember when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear? Well,
No, look, it's D'Amato.
Knock it off.
what's D'Amato doing out there? Where did he come from?
Oh, no, there's
And
Washington.
Doc, take the man off the track.
He bit his ear.
Oh, he did. You're talking about Tyson all over again. Atkinson bit D'Amato's ear. Oh, poor Sean. Sean just got hit in the back of the head with a bench.
Rory, they got a straight jacket out. Oh, this is tough to watch.
Is this the only way they can get this man off the track? They're trying to get a straight jacket on Sean Atkinson. He's fighting. He's fighting with every bit of strength he has left.
Who's that big guy?
Hold on.
With the head off.
Security.
I don't know where Dr. Scott is. He's nowhere to be seen. There he is.
It's a sad moment for a great skater and roller jam star.
We've seen the writing on the wall for this, Rory.
That's a sad situation. Broadway Danny Wolf. He's downstairs with Kenneth Logue and Atkinson's teammate, Rusty Montgomery.
Be pissed. Unbelievable. I have never in my life seen anything like that. You're his teammate, Rusty. He snapped, I don't know for the last time, but he even tried biting you.
Danny, up until today, that man has been like a brother to me. But I have no idea what has happened to him over the last few weeks. He's just gone nuts, man. I couldn't even hold him. He bit me. He bit me, Danny. What do you say to that, man?
I don't know.
And I'm not even in the All-Star game. I think I should be in the All-Star game. I worked my butt off to be in the All-Star game.
Well, you're going to have to take that up with Sean when he's in the right frame of mind. But Kenneth Logue, never in my memory in the history of professional sports have I ever seen an athlete carried off the playing field in a straitjacket. Unbelievable.
Well, as my good friend Dan Quayle once said, what a terrible thing it is to lose one's mind. What a waste. You know, this was inevitable. It's the inevitable consequence of a mind saturated with sex and violence. This is a long time in coming, and I doubt we'll ever see Sean Atkinson back in this rink again.
Well, you just heard from Rusty Montgomery, a concerned and upset teammate, and general manager and Sundog coach, Kenneth Logue. Hopefully we'll get a status report very soon on what happened and where they're taking Sean Atkinson. Back to you, Rory and Hawk.
All right, Danny, and here's the bite. That's Atkinson, who all of a sudden, it's as though he forgot even who this was. He grabbed Montgomery's arm, bit him on the shoulder, and then tossed him away. Can we get the camera outside? We have that. Here it is. That's Sean Atkinson being taken out of the building.
Wow.
Oh, man, that is really sad.
TNN Action Wednesdays. A good cop loses everything. Now he's on the run in an 18-wheel crime buster. Lucky Vano stars 18 Wheels of Justice, premiering January 12th at 9 Eastern, only on TNN.